2 questions for you. What is your passion? Who are you? At the beginning of this new year, 2025, that is what I'm investigating. First of all, one of my passions is painting. And I am going to paint, I painted this picture, that photo, and I painted it. And this is the painting that resulted from it. Now, I'm going to ask you to vote. I have 3 options. Rip it, frame it, or sell it. So which is it for you? I want you to vote in the comments. Let me know. And in my next video, I'm going to rip it, frame it, or sell it. Whichever you decide. Okay? This is it. See how you like it. Okay? Passion number 2. Self-empowerment. I love, love, love for myself and for other people to feel the true power that they possess. I spend every morning, I watch YouTube videos, I take notes. It's absolutely life transforming. I listened to Bashar today. He is a channeled extraterrestrial by Paul Anka. No, Darryl Anka. Paul Anka's the singer. Okay, so it's Darryl Anka, and I love the life lessons that he has. And the thing that I really, that I wrote down, because I always like a takeaway, and there's always an aha moment, is there has to be emotions. If you have an emotion, there has to be a definition behind it. Because if we create our own reality, our reality is based on the definitions that we give each situation. So, what are your definitions? Where did they come from? That's the big question. Okay, so where they came from, obviously, is you downloaded them from your mom, your dad, your teacher, your whomever, your friends, okay? So when you have an emotion, say fear, anger, whatever, it's a negative emotion, you have to decide, or you have to dig deep and find out, what is the definition? What do I have to believe? This is what Bashar says. What do I have to believe in order for me to believe that in this situation? Okay, so let's just say, for example, okay, let's take me, for example. Okay, sometimes when you're going into a social situation, you know, you say to yourself, oh, I don't know. I don't know what I'll say. I don't know what I'll say to people. I don't know if I can truly be myself and be accepted, okay? So you think that, all right, it made me feel negative. It made me feel uneasy. What did I have to believe about myself that made me feel this way? Well, I mean, first of all, you would have to feel like nobody would want to listen to you, right? What you had to say wasn't worth it, that you were basically unworthy, right? Okay, so to unearth that, there's all kinds of things. And every day I get a new, but you have to ask yourself, what is it? What is the definition? It doesn't really matter where it came from, but that you have it is the key. Okay, so once you define that definition, and that's a whole different story, because there's all kinds of permission slips to find the definitions, the negative definitions that you carry around, which in other words, you're carrying around somebody else's beliefs that don't even belong to you, that don't resonate with you, that aren't true, because you truly are an amazing, wonderful person, absolutely powerful beyond measure. God loves you so completely and truly, and appreciates you, and needs you to be you, to make this world complete. So in order for you to find out what this is, what am I carrying around that isn't in alignment with how God feels about me, then I use, one thing is the emotion code. those kinds of things, you know, look them up yourself. I use the emotion code. I use emotional freedom technique. I use all kinds of permission slips are a wonderful thing. Permission slips is anything that puts you in touch, allows you to feel like you could discover you truly who you are. Okay, so that's a permission slip. You can do it. You can just decide. If you decide, if you recognize, okay, this isn't me and I'm done with it, it can happen like that. Okay, but sometimes we need some external, like listening to a Bashar, listening to Greg Braden. I love Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, some of my favorites. Okay, so I listen to them. Next Level Soul. I listen. I take notes. I try to incorporate it into my life. Now, if you feel that something doesn't resonate with you, it's not for you. So if anything I'm saying doesn't resonate, great. Take it or leave it. But if there's a little kernel somewhere, like I found today, that if you have a negative emotion, there has to be a definition first that makes you feel that way about that situation. Okay? So 2025 is all about me being me. So think about you being you. Who are you really? What are you carrying around that it doesn't resonate with you? Think about it, discover it, and decide. That is not me. I picked that up from somebody else, and I no longer want to carry that around, okay? All right. Then the next thing I want you to do is to take this journey with me about discovering you, the real you. And then I want you to help me with this. Am I going to rip it? Am I going to frame it? Or I could even sell it. So let me know in the comments. Have an absolutely wonderful, blessed, magical day, because we can. Okay?